Hi, hello. I started a podcast. I can't even believe that I'm saying that out loud. I was really not planning on doing it, but the more that I was doing those little Q&As on my Instagram and the more interesting topics that we got into, I was just really inspired, and I had a few people reach out asking me if I ever wanted to do it. I was driving by Best Buy one day, went in, got a mic. I feel like I blacked out, but yeah, anyway, if you guys want to check it out, the first episode will be in the description bar, which is going to be about jealousy, and that's kind of like the topics that we'll be talking about on this podcast. I just want to dive into like all the things that you run into as a 20-year-old in this world right now, and I want it to be intimate. I want it to feel like we are just having a conversation. If you guys end up checking it out, let me know what you think, and just know how much I appreciate it. It's very intimidating, and I didn't realize how intimidated I would be to try and grow a new platform. But at the same time, I'm a lot more excited than I thought I was going to be as well. If you guys also have any topic ideas that you want to talk about, I'm so very open to any kind of suggestions. And yeah, I'm so nervous, like my heart is pounding. But without further ado, let's get into today's video. I never thought that these words would come out of my mouth, but I am obsessed with kale. I have been eating it every single day for the last like 2 weeks, and I love it. I used to be a big no kale, no spinach person. Like, I couldn't stomach it. I could do broccoli, I could do cauliflower, but those two were just off limits. I found a way to make it that is so good. I just cook it in olive oil, and I add lemon and sea salt, and you cook it on medium heat for like 5 minutes. Okay, maybe not 5 minutes, but like 5 to 8 minutes. Turns out so good. And I've also been obsessed with sauerkraut. And then I got some egg, an egg white, and avocado, and one thirsty dog. Bernard, thank you. He's actually had his 3rd round of parvo shots last Thursday, and today's Wednesday. We just kicked the camera, so my bad, but he can go to the dog park, and I am so excited because he's had so much energy. Anyways, most of you guys are probably here to find out what happened to me when I started eating dairy again after being dairy and gluten-free for a 1.5 years. So I made a whole video about this, and like a whole sit down video, and it was so boring. I started editing it, I was like, okay, this is just no good. So I figured I would just give you guys a quick rundown of what happened. Basically, about a month ago, I told you guys that I felt like my digestion was so much better. I started eating more gluten, and I didn't see any kind of side effects. I wanted to see what happened if I introduced dairy as well. And dairy is not something that I want to be a part of my daily diet for sure. I think it's better for me, it's better for the planet, it's better for everyone if we eat a little bit less dairy. I mostly just want to do it for like experimental purposes, just to see where I was at with my digestion. And I did also really miss Greek yogurt, not gonna lie. Missed it a lot. So I started off very slowly, just having half a cup of Greek yogurt, typically at night, with some granola, some berries, and honey. All the vegan yogurts that I found just don't taste the same, and I wish that they did, but it's all good. I can live without it. So anyways, week 1, half a cup of Greek yogurt. I was so surprised. I was feeling totally fine. Ended up upping the I guess serving size to a whole serving of Greek yogurt at night for week 2. Now, every time that I would have it, I had a little bit of acid reflux. So I kind of just noted that to myself, and I continued eating it because it really wasn't that bad. On week 3 is when my acid reflux got really bad. In combination with that, on week 3, I also noticed some breakouts, and I'm not gonna pretend that it was really bad because I don't think it was. It was a couple pimples on my forehead, but it was interesting for me to see that because I haven't struggled with acne since I've cut out dairy and gluten. And I mostly thought that it was because of my birth control. It just kind of keeps everything under control. But my birth control did not change, and it wasn't even that time of the month for me, which is typically when I'll get like 1 or 2 pimples. By no means was it the end of the world, but it was definitely annoying to deal with, and I just came to the conclusion that I think I'm gonna have to cut out dairy forever. What I was expecting to happen didn't happen, which is great. I thought that I was gonna have all the same issues, like the gas and the painful bloat that kind of extends your stomach. I didn't have any of that. So I do think that my digestion has improved tremendously. And if you guys are interested in like the supplements that I'm taking and the stuff that helped me at the beginning, then I will link the video that I talked about it in the description bar. Come here, Bernard. But clearly my skin did not respond well to dairy, and neither did my esophagus. Hopefully this was not as boring and you guys found it helpful. I know a few of you had asked me to make a video about it because you were in the same boat, and believe me, I get it. I totally get the digestion issues. It's so frustrating to deal with. It makes you feel alone. The things that you have to live with when you're dealing with digestion issues are so embarrassing, even though they shouldn't be, because everyone deals with constipation. Everyone, I'm sure, has had diarrhea before and had bad farts. Like, we just gotta normalize this shit, because I felt so embarrassed when I first ran into it, and I had no idea what to do about it. And I was just like, I'm just gonna be a hermit at home and never leave the house because this sucks. But I had to, you know, learn to live my life and slowly but surely improve my digestion. But at the same time, I couldn't just like crawl into a hole and pretend that it wasn't a thing. Anyways, I am about to record a podcast. You guys, I'm so excited. I'll let you guys know once it all kind of comes together. Bernard wants nothing to do with the other dogs. Absolutely nothing. Come on.
Scared.
Oh, that's nice. Are you trying to hide? Bernard, go play. Go play. Nope.
Why aren't you playing?
Bernard, go.
Oh. Nope. He's taking it all in and hiding. Oh, buddy.
It's nothing to do with it, so that's nice.
That bar sounds about right.
So we are getting some tacos to madre.
Yum.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, baby. I have a chicken bowl with rice and kale, crispy onion, and corn, and all the things. And I have one Mr. Bernard and one burro for the baby. We are currently doing a little bit of work. I am editing my podcast, and I'm actually using Anchor because that's what I've heard good things about. So we'll see. So far it's been a challenge, but just because I don't know how to use a new platform, so it's going to take me a little bit of time to get used to how to edit it, but this is kind of what it looks like, which is pretty cool. Hey Bernard. Also, we got this new little setup for the backyard. I love it. It's so nice.